Alright, don't get too excited, this is just a debugging session. There's a bug that could potentially cripple or destroy the Ryukyu World Conquest, so I'm going to try and figure out what is going on. Several heads are better than one, so if you have any valuable input, be sure to let me know. I don't think this will be going on YouTube either, so let's get a rundown of the situation first. There's not actually going to be any progress here. I just want to get a feel for the situation. Those of you that have been following the World Conquest will know that I annexed and released Champa as my opening move, and they had no aggressive expansion towards me. I then annexed all of Langshan, and I released, who are they again? Khmer with this province, and then Langshan with the rest of their provinces. Again, Khmer had no aggressive expansion towards me, but Langshan kept over 100. I didn't see that bug again until I annexed and released Jampur, and they have kept 100 aggressive expansion towards me. Obviously this is a big issue because it slows down the rate of integration of my vassals, and I ideally not want to have more than 10 years between that. So what's going on? I'm going to run a few tests to try and narrow down what is happening. So far, I've seen no correlation with Casus Belli used, or the date which you release a nation. I've done it after waiting a month, a year, and 0 days, and still any test I run, they don't keep their aggressive expansion. Whereas now I've had 2 situations where they do. Neither of these are crippling, but when it comes to releasing the likes of, I don't know, Vijayanagar, we're going to run into some troubles. Speaking of Vijayanagar, what a vassal they'd be. So, let's try a few tests. This bug has actually been around for a long time. The bloke who used to be a very active face on the Europa scene before he mysteriously disappeared 6 months ago, he poked around a lot with the game, found out and debugged quite a bit. He then got into the beta tester group and was never seen again, if memory serves. So there's an odd one. Now I have a suspicion, and I'm going to want to test it out. And I'm going to test it out on Serbia. So let's play as a nation who's strong enough to destroy Serbia right from the start. Naples looks pretty good. Yeah, Naples is in a great position to kind of smash into Serbia from the get-go, so we'll go with that. No Iron Man mode. I'm getting crazy with the console because I just need to set things up. So, first things first, Naples is under a personal union with Aragon, so let's just annex Aragon and spit them back out. Just to be sure they don't have cores on me, do they? Alright, goodbye Aragon. It's also... yeah, I don't need this army. Let's get ourselves a lot of cash, and a lot of manpower, and a lot of military, and a lot of admin and dip. That should help us out. And in fact, a bit more mill couldn't go amiss. I'm going to need a bit more than that. Okay. We've got plenty of cogs, and I don't recall Serbia having that much of an army. Nor do we have much access to mercenaries, so let's just raise an army very quickly and get into position to crush Serbia. We'll go for highly aggressive units, because I want to just take down Serbia and see how this bug works. And we see Albania getting wrecked. Plenty of offers coming in. I'm not interested in any of them. I don't want to get involved in any politics here. I just want to try and see how this bug works. To anyone joining, this is just a debugging session. This has nothing to do with, well, I suppose it has everything to do with the current Ryukyu run, but it's just me messing about with the console to see what sticks. Now, this seems like a good position to play around with Serbia, so I'm going to save our game here, call it the Naples AE test. Right, let's just declare war on them. They're allied with the Byzantines, who even cares? Let's also get our stability back. And while we're at it, about 1 million prestige would be nice. And you're a good leader. Let's go and conquer them. Ah, thanks. Thanks, goats. I would have looked those up myself, but I decided I'd do it that way. Okay. Alright, 1766. Great. 141 each. If you don't know how the coding for this game works, each province has its own ID number, and by using the console you can bring them under your direct control. Except they misspelt the word control, so you've got to use 2 L's. They spelt it right before. I don't know how they managed to get it wrong again. Okay, so we don't really need the army here, but we've got him here anyway. So we've got 100% war score on you. We've got a whole bunch of horrible things, including 40 aggressive expansion. So what I'm going to do is fully annex you. There we go. There is. You are no more. Let's make another save here to see if we can do some different things. So we'll call this test 2. Now I have a little suspicion that it has to do with having a connection to your home or any of your other provinces, so I want to see how this works. For example, if I create the vassal of Serbia right now, they have no aggressive expansion towards me. However, in fact we're not going to load in game because that can sometimes cause other problems. If this works and I've solved it, if what I'm about to do doesn't work, then I'm as clueless as I was when this first came about with Langshan. So we're going to reload our game before we annex them, or rather before we release them. And we're going to release Montenegro first. Now that robs Serbia of any connection to our land. I wonder if that's going to have any connection to it. It does not. Okay, I am officially clueless. What is causing this? Is it something to do with the list of modifiers that they had? Because, I mean, they kept was at war. So they remember about the war, but they somehow don't remember about the no CB, the everything else. Let's see if chat's got any ideas. Jake, maybe if the released nation has cores on one of your subjects' provinces, it gains the aggressive expansion it had before you annexed them. Jampur has no cores on any of my subjects' lands. Check the save file, Jake. Somebody else check the save file on their own test run. Once my provinces. Well, what can I do? I'm going to spam them with a bunch of different opinion modifiers. So I'm going to improve their relations for a wee bit. And I'm also going to send him an insult when I can. I'm going to send him a gift. Declining royal marriage doesn't give anything. Fabricating a claim only gives aggressive expansion. I'm going to get that when I declare war. Right, I can embargo them. Embargo is minus 15. Send them a gift. Give them loads of dosh. Goodbye, Albania. Well, I can't subsidize them, that goes away instantly. If they deny me military access, does that still work? No, it doesn't give anything. Alright, so now we have a whole bunch of modifiers against them. Let's call this test 3. And now let's go to war. And we'll take control of their provinces using magic. Ooh. He's trying to siege him back, but he will not succeed. I'll fully annex them. So before I annex, they have all these things against me. In fact, let's write that down. They have 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, forget writing them down. They made Steam's screenshot button for this. So now, if I create Serbia on their own, whoa! Now they hate me. In fact, they have a lot more things against me than they did before. So it must have something to do with having a whole bunch of opinions against you. Was at war, declared war. Right. When I annexed Champur, I did it over 2 wars, because I came out of the first war in order to do something else. That's really brutal. Oh, I'm not even at war with them, forget that. They have all these things against me. Maybe I can try that again, but release Montenegro and maybe let the month pass. See if that makes any difference at all. Ugh, paradox. Such a love-hate relationship. Okay, so this time couldn't hurt to save again. Hey, B-dude. Right, so if we full annex them. What if I create Montenegro first? How do you feel? Well, you won't have anything bad against me because we've never done anything before. But, you... Yeah, 120 aggressive expansion. I wonder if that's because they have the was at war modifier with us. Because they lost everything else. They lost the gift. They lost improved relations. They lost the insult. I'll take a screenshot of that. I'm going to have a look at the other save. Now this is when I didn't declare several wars against them. They've got the wars at war there. Oh, I'm very confused. I open up Steam and have a look at the two of them. People are suggesting there's a cooldown timer. What do you want me to try then? Because I'm open to suggestions here. But here's the thing, when I declared war on Shan, I took loads of their provinces in the first war. They must have despised me for it. And yet, when I full annexed them and released them, which, as I recall, I did... no, let me think. I was in another war at the time. Full annexed them and then had to wait a while before releasing them? Is that right? Does that sound right? Yeah, I think I got those overextension events that were pretty nasty. So maybe I do have to wait a little while. Let's get that save where I had all these horrible things against them. I think it was 3. Right, I've got all these horrible things against Serbia. Let's make some more. Let's declare war against them. Let's get our stability back. And maybe about 1 million prestige. And let's give them peace. They don't want any kind of peace. Well, they're going to want peace if I own all their land. There you go, white peace. How do you feel? So now they've even got more horrible things against me. And let's break truce as well. I don't need any problems in the homeland. What am I missing here? 1-3 something. 138. Alright, now let's try this one, where we have a whole bunch of negatives against them. Now, what different things can we try here? Could annex them full out. Yes, yes, coalition. Maybe I let the year pass when I did that to... don't have to. Let's change that. So we'll full annex you. So if I do it instantly... You hate me. You hate me so much. But, What if I wait a while, like a year? Let's wait a year then. Let's hope nobody enters this coalition against us. If they do, I'll just white peace them. Get enough military power, and let's stamp down some harsh treatment. Alright, wait till the turn of the year and see if when I release them anything changes. And the thing is, when I fought Lang Shang, wasn't that the only war I fought with them? I didn't rake up many negatives against them, did I? I'd have to re-watch the videos to make sure. Where's that groggy fellow? Somebody grab him by the throat and ask us what's going on. Okay, so now Naples is under attack from Hungary. A huge coalition war. Wait, what? Austria's in that coalition against me. Why are they not fighting me? What could it mean? Is Beethoven still alive? Why is Austria not fighting me in this punitive war? They're in the coalition. Why is half the coalition not in this war? You may say maybe it has something to do with borders, but then why isn't Bosnia and Wallachia attacking me? Yeah, I'm gonna console win wars. And then turn it off. Okay, seriously, why did Austria not join that war? What is up with punitive wars? Austria wasn't in any other wars. Alright, the year is almost up. And then we'll try releasing... First I'll try releasing Serbia on their own. Then I'll try releasing Montenegro and then Serbia and see what happens. Somebody's suggesting that Pope declared Hungary became war leader, no more call-ins, but Hungary is also in the coalition. And the coalition is meant to instantly call to arms all members. However, this isn't the first time I've seen that. I've seen other occasions where I've been subject to a coalition war, where not everyone joined in, and it wasn't because others were at war or anything, they just refused to join in. I don't know. Please, Paradox, please. Come home from your holiday and explain this to me. Alright, the year has turned. Let's see what happens when we release Montenegro and Serbia. Also, it seems quite a lot of people are here. Nothing much is happening. But if you have any brilliant suggestions as to what's causing this bug, please, save me from myself. Alright, so let's try just releasing Serbia. No. Loads of aggressive expansion towards me. But what happens? We'll let another month turn. We'll try creating Montenegro. Well, no. For the sake of consistency, let's not let another month turn. Of course, Montenegro doesn't feel anything special towards me because they never existed when I was on my murderous rampage. Serbia will be released. On we go. Honestly, what could it all mean? The reason this is concerning me is because the time I start ploughing into the Berbers and Bohemia, because I don't want to swallow their core creation cost, when I eat that land, and release it as a vassal. The vassal's going to hate me, and I'm never going to be able to integrate them in time. Especially not when it takes 100 years to cool off 200 aggressive expansion. I'm going to be looking at 1,000 aggressive expansion with quite a bit of the known world. So what? Wait a year from now after you release them, Jake. That didn't work with Langshan. Langshan kept their aggressive expansion towards me till the day I integrated them. But Shan didn't. Why did Shan not? When I released Shan, I'd already chewed up half their provinces. Alright, let's try reading the chat for a bit, see if they've got any great ideas. Try from the earliest save and then do just the insult and see what happens. Beck Dog says, Jake, if it's the aggressive expansion thing, it seems like when you have a core on someone and then release them, it's causing the issue. In Southeast Asia, you released the one province minor then the bigger area that had the core. In India, you had one province. I think it has something to do with that. Well then, how do you explain Serbia? Because I don't have any cores here. And Serbia is still keeping their aggressive expansion towards me when I have a bunch of modifiers against them. DDR Jake, reduce the number of negative modifiers. Did you ever insult them? It's not impossible. Maybe you had a border with them. I didn't have a border with Langshan and they kept it. I did have a border with Jampur and they kept it. So I don't think it has anything to do with borders. Although having a border could add to the this opinion modifier. What if I do nothing other than declare war on them twice? Try it from the earliest point then. Jake, you've got more people watching this debug session than at any time during the Norwegian Wood Run. Hollywood is calling, baby. Well, thank you, Freddie Mercury, but Hollywood will have to wait. Okay, so let's try this then. I don't have all those horrible modifiers, do I? No. I won't have insulted or anything like that. Let's control their provinces. Just having the capital should be enough, but 2 just to be sure. Ho ho! Alright, well I concede total and utter defeat to you then. Well done. So now we've got the was at war and declared war. Let's declare war again. DDR Jake, keep an eye on your aggressive expansion when you... Yeah, I got minus 183 with them. Are you suggesting that maybe having over 100 is what makes it happen? To be honest, I couldn't say one way or the other. 1766, 1827. What's the other one? 138 and 141. Total annexation. Tried after no time and after a bit of time. Khmer did not keep the aggressive expansion towards me. They couldn't have had any because they got annexed by Ayutthaya. Right, so let's try it after no time. No aggressive expansion. Let's try it after a considerable amount of time. It's August, so we'll try it after a month and then we'll try it after a year. Wouldn't make much sense if the month ticking over made any difference. So 1 month has passed. Create Serbia. Still nothing. We'll let year tick over. I highly doubt this is going to change it, but at least we're getting somewhere. Looks like it has everything to do with the number of modifiers they have against you then. So I can't insult or have any other things. I can't improve relations. So at what number of relationship bonuses and malices does it make a change? That's the question. Jake, try with insult only next. Okay. Yes, to anyone watching and wondering what's going on and why I'm playing as Naples, who I never played with before, I'm testing to see what causes vassals which you release to keep aggressive expansion towards you, because it's I think we're starting to nail it down, but it still evades me, and it's extremely important for the run, because I have a dream of one tag across the world, well, the old world, and this bug is getting in my way. Alright, so the year has turned, we released Serbia. Nothing. In fact, the was at war degraded by a bit. So these opinion malices do shrink or degrade over time. Alright, we're getting somewhere. Let's try. Alright, nothing special going on, so let's send them an insult. And then we go to war. So now they have insulted on top of everything else, but that's the only thing added to it. So again, we control their provinces: 141, 138, 1827, and 1766. Right now, I'm gonna try it instantly and then leave it for a while. 6th of May, let's see how it works. So I'll make a save here, and we'll try annexing them in the one more and releasing them, and then we'll try white piecing them and then breaking truce to see if it makes any difference. And then after that, I'm going to try taking provinces from them and releasing them. Alright. No, not Montenegro. We need Serbia. Nothing. Even the insult's gone. Just for the sake of being thorough, I'm going to leave that for a month as well. Saladin's Sword says, Jake, go back in your videos and look at what was different with Shan. Well, I need to go live with Ryukyu in about 50 minutes. I'm not sure if I have the time to pour over all of it right now. But it might be very important. Well, it is very important. I need to get this nailed. Alright, a month has passed. Release Serbia. Yeah, still no aggressive expansion. That's great. That's better than great. Let's try it a little different then. They kept the declared war malice this time, which they didn't have before. Okay. Let's white piece the beggars. Yeah, this is the trouble. I have to try all these different combinations to see what sticks. Yeah, bring on the coalition, baby. Right, I haven't seen a single case where waiting a month or a year has made any difference, so let's create them now. Okay, multiple wars making no impact here, other than, of course, the declared war and was it war modifier. Now I want to try something else. Right, sorry if I'm ignoring chat, I just want to try to focus in my mind the different things that I'm doing here. This time, this is still the first war of aggression, I believe. Yep. This time I'm going to take one province from them, because now they have the... Oh, they don't have the Tukar provinces modifier. I thought that was... Neighbouring tolerated heretics have Casus Belli. Oh, have I insulted them on this run? I'm losing track of these things. Whatever, we'll roll with it, see what happens in this go. Right, so what if I annex you when I've already taken a province off of you and then I release you? Now I'm even more confused. So what caused them to keep the aggressive expansion? Can everyone remember the different things that caused them to keep aggressive expansion? Because the only thing I'm thinking so far is improved relations. Where is them? I had them opened up as images a second ago. That one where they had aggressive expansion. The ones I had were improved relations, sent gift. Okay, now I gotta try all these different combinations, but it's good to know that taking a province on its own is not enough to give them a different modifier. So let's go way back. Jake, it is most likely because of the amount of malices they have. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that's really what's causing it. It's clearing some of them, but not all of them. So here we are back at the start. Let's declare... No, not declare war on Serbia. Let's insult them. No. Let's just improve relations with them for a little bit. A few months of that should be okay. I really don't think that that attitude is changing, because I've always been reloading from the same save where they're hostile. So we declare war with nothing other than improved relations. We haven't insulted them, although after this I will try insulting them and improving relations. See if that makes any difference. Yeah, I never sent a gift to Jan Pure. What I'm going to do after this, I'm going to load up that save again and have a look and see what the modifiers I have against them are. Right, create Serbia. Nothing after improving relations. But improving relations is gone, and I kept the was at war. Same as when I insulted them, so what happens if I do both? fact, I want to check the viewer list and see if that that dev is in. What was his name again? It was some Sir something or other. Well, nobody with Sir in the name. Bah. Anybody watching this and thinking that I might have somehow formed Naples as Ryukyu, that didn't happen, and that would invalidate the achievement. It has to be Ryukyu all over the world, and subjects of Ryukyu. If I became, say, the Holy Roman Emperor, and formed the HRE, then it would no longer be Ryukyu, and that would invalidate the achievement. Do not confuse that with other achievements, such as Poland can into space. That has nothing to do with that. You can tag change all you want as that. You could become the Mughals if you really wanted to. You'd still get the achievement. Okay, so we're going to pop the two together, improved relations and insult, and we're going to go to war. Michael BM71 says release Montenegro first. I had tried that, you see. Okay, so now we have insulted and improved relations with Serbia. And again, let's take total control. We will annex and release, and I wonder what will happen this time. Still nothing. But I wonder if I get another one. If I get another modifier, be it positive or negative, I wonder if that will cause it. Because maybe it only wipes half of them, so 1 will make a difference, 2 won't, 3 will make a difference, 4 won't, 5 will make a difference. See what I don't know, I'm grasping at straws here. No, Tharo, I've not started early, but I'm doing a debugging session because there was a bug that's occurred twice. Well, I'm not even sure if it's called a bug, but a questionable design choice that has cropped up twice so far, and I'm not happy with it. So I'm trying to see what's causing it so I can work around it. Specifically, annexed nations, which I release, are keeping their aggressive expansion towards me, and that is no good. Send a gift then. I don't think the severity of the modifiers are making a difference, because I got a ton of aggressive expansion for declaring without while breaking truce, and that didn't bother them in the slightest. Alright, so we stop improving relations. We have now insulted them, improved relations, and sent a gift. Struggle to do much more than that. I could embargo them, I did that last time. Control, that. One more. I care not about your rebels. There we go, aggressive expansion is kept. Right. So my theory is that I have too many modifiers with someone, and that's what's causing it. So I need to have as few opinion modifiers as possible with a nation before I annex and release them. Doesn't matter if they're positive or negative, because I just added a positive one and it caused the negative one to stay. So only other thing I think I'm going to try is, instead of sending a gift, I'm going to embargo them. Just to make sure it is just the raw number of opinions that they have against you, which is changing it. So we're back here again. We will improve relations, because that's one that lingers and increases as we leave it there. Then we're going to insult them, and then we're going to embargo them. man. I've streamed so much lately, it's crazy. So we've got the same raw number of things affecting them. In fact, I'm going to write this down in big letters on my how to worldconquest.txt paper version. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 negative. Here's the problem. One of those is once your provinces. Is that being counted or not? I'm going to have to redo this test with Bosnia. Crap. This has Casus Belli as well. I'm going to have to do this again with Bosnia to make absolutely certain. But our raw number for Serbia. I need a bigger piece of paper here. So we got tolerated heretics. Everyone's going to have that with everyone else. It'll either be tolerated heretics or same religion or heathen or bordering heathen or yeah, you get the idea. And we got have Casus. We got embargo. Improved relations. I'm going to put pluses and minuses next to them as well, just so I'm sure about them. Insult. And desire, but I'm unsure about that desire because that one might go away once annexed and released as a vassal anyway. So we've got them all. Insult, embargo, improve. We're going to declare war with them. Jake, how about border friction? Yeah, border friction could well add to it as well. Oh man, so many things. If that's the case, once I'm done with Naples and Bosnia, I can try again with Ottomans and Serbia. Because they have border friction. Or did they rework that? Let's see. Yeah, border friction still exists. Alright, we're at war. Let's see what happens. Okay, that's weird. They didn't keep it this time, but they kept it when I sent them a gift. What? What? Maybe it has something to do with positive modifiers. Champur and Langshang, there's no way I had loads of positive modifiers with them though. What happens if I do them... So you're telling me if I send them a gift, then they keep it? Let me compare this to the other one then. So we lost AE with the last bunch, but this time with the same, no embargo, but improved relations, insult, desire, and gift. They're gonna keep the aggressive expansion just because I gave them a gift? Wow, okay. Maybe it only has something to do with positive modifiers then. Let's go down that school of thought. Mr. Rainbow Man says, I'm just in. What is Jake doing? Nothing exciting here. I'm just trying to figure out what is causing this bug where released nations keep their aggressive expansion towards you, because it is going to be a bit of a showstopper for Ryukyu. And by a bit of a showstopper, I mean a complete showstopper. I could still get the achievement. Again, I've already got it. But I don't think I'd be able to do one tag across all of Europe, Asia, Africa, if this keeps happening. So, but I mean, what positive relations would I have had with Jampur other than declaring war on enemy, which would be Orissa? Does taking provinces from an enemy also give you that? It's a shame they're long gone. I can't check. Because if that's an issue, then that's going to be a big issue. Alright, we'll try this again. We're not going to insult them. We're just... It couldn't have possibly been gift, because I didn't send anyone a gift in Ryukyu. So we'll send them a gift, and we will improve relations, and that's all we'll do. Those are two positive things. I did it the wrong way round, but that's fine and dandy. So, two things. Sent gift and improved relations. And we declare war. Occupy their land with magic. Annex them as soon as I can. Spit them out. Oh, Jesus. This is making less and less sense as we go along. Let me have a look at Jampur again, maybe I'll be able to think of something. Egasway says, DDR, did you try doing it 10 times without doing anything just to see if it's a rule or if it's random? There's no randomization in code following what it's told to do. Did I make any vassals in the first attempt? Maybe we can have a look at that as well. Well, there's no way of looking at Shan now, but I really wish I still had that, well, the save at that point, so I could look at what happened to them. But here's the thing. Well, Bengal wouldn't have any because they didn't exist when I consumed them. As for Jampur, what happened was I took this province from Orissa, then I attacked Jampur, but I peaced out with them because I had that opportunity to get lots of money from the event. And then I broke truce and attacked again, and I spat them out as a vassal, and they don't have any of the was it war modifiers, unless enough time has passed since then. How long ago was that? L'histoire 63, 69. It could have potentially melted away in that time, potentially. Nothing but vassal, same religion, and aggressive expansion. There is one slight difference between Ryukyu and the Naples tests. Playing as Naples, when I release them, they're still a different religion to me. Whereas when I spit people out as Ryukyu, they come out as animist. So good luck converting that land, my friend. You don't have religious ideas, and it's high base tax. Not going to happen. This troubles me. It troubles me greatly. Fedakil says perhaps the world wasn't meant to be conquered, Jake. Jake, I'm watching your Shan conquest right now. It seems that you are at war with Orissa already. 2 wars, maybe. When I was at war with Langshang, I believe Langshang was the war leader and that was the only war I was in. Yet I still annexed them and released them, and they kept the aggressive expansion. How long has Jake been debugging for? I don't know, I don't even have my OBS showing. It's been almost an hour, and I'm still back where I started. Let's look at Orissa then. They've got nothing but negatives. Who are Orissa's enemies though? Vijay, Kathuar and Tibet. And they have positive things because I declared war on their rival. Declared war on the enemy. Conquered rival province. Yeah, those are both positive. There's every possibility that Jampur had Orissa as an enemy as well. They did border them and Orissa had taken their core province. So that seems likely to me. So I probably got positive relations from Jampur, 2 of them, for both attacking Orissa and taking land away from Orissa. So that would be 2 positive relations. And they would have also had negative relations for aggressive expansion, declared war, and I don't know, neighbouring heathen. They would also desire our provinces. Beginning to think that bordering someone is not what's causing this. Chat, any ideas? Jake, try to save and load after annexing before releasing. Maybe that makes modifiers of dead nations go away. I can't think of any time that would have happened in this game. I mean, I didn't save and reload before releasing Shan or Pegu. Jake, do it 10 times and you will know if it's random or not. Entirely possible to do it depending on stupid under the hood stuff like processor cycles. Jeez. Jake, have you... Also, you were never in 2 wars against Serbia. We saw both outcomes. Try attacking a vassal who has aggressive expansion, annex them and release them again. Hey, that's not a bad idea. But it's still an enormous pain in the rear. Doing the same thing a few times. Look at save game details. Somebody on the forum did such a thing, if someone can post the link. It was the bloke. Hold on, I've got it here. There we go. JQ asking us for EU4 advice is like Carl Sagan asking for a toddler for physics advice. Once upon a time I did physics. Oh, now, here's a thing. Tibet is at war with the Oirat. Now I could run a real test in the game by annexing Tibet, who only has neighbouring different religion. But no, see the thing is, if I release them and they have no aggressive expansion, that doesn't help me in any way in the grand scheme of things, because I need to know what's causing them to keep it. Jake, what does it matter? How would you avoid all these modifiers anyway? As long as you know what you're dealing with, you can work around it. If I don't know what I'm dealing with, then I'm a bit helpless. I can't remember what my opening moves were going to be when I restarted Ryukyu again, but attacking Tibet looks like a great idea now. Although I do also want to polish up Southeast Asia. Yeah, I'll annex and release Tibet. I'm not hurting for Diplo relations. Once that's all over, Bengal should have finished off with their final province. I can integrate them. And that's going to be yet another bad modifier for Jaipur. However, I can get that up by returning their provinces to them. Yeah, polish off Akka. And then start swallowing Vijayanagar and Orissa. It's only got 2 years of truce left with Orissa. I might have wars going on multiple fronts here. Of course I need to keep troops down here to deal with revolts, so it's going to be a busy few years for Ryukyu next, but this released nations keeping aggressive expansion is really grinding my gears here. I need to figure out what's causing it, and yeah. Okay, the stream's going to go down for about 20 minutes. I'm going to think about this, and then we're going to load up Ryukyu again for a couple hours or so. What do you say? Alright, cheers for joining me on this debugging session. I'll see you again in about 20.